Good morning from Pratamnak Hill in Jomtien, Thailand, Pattaya area. So that's pretty gratifying. I did a video the morning after, whenever it was, right after, Fox canned Tucker Carlson, or however that went down. And amongst the possibilities, the two things I hoped he would do, I said, was, go do his own network, kind of like Glenn Beck did with The Blaze, that sort of thing. Or, I said, team up with Twitter, because this is kind of the place to be. And and interestingly, that evening I talked with my dad, and he said the same thing. We were talking about how, Tucker doesn't even need a contract. He just goes and starts just, doing video on Twitter, and Twitter's rolling out this, revenue share with advertisers. And someone estimated that with the kind of, I have no idea, but with the kind of viewership he gets, it may have been Elon even that estimated he could rake in 35 million a year, just do it without a contract, just like any Twitter user, just like having a YouTube channel, one of those hyper popular YouTubers, same sort of thing, right? Just like any other user, right? It's great. So I'm really happy to hear that, and it's ideal, because there's no wondering, like, wonder what kind of special sweetheart deal. And Elon, replied to this last video saying he's just a user like anyone else, like me, subject to the same stuff. If he says something bullshit, community notes, which is a really good thing. And I really like how everyone I've read, every community note I've ever read so far, underneath any post, is like smack dead on, and it's just a real cold hard statement of objective facts for adding context. Oh God, the left hates it. I'm sure they've done some on the right too, because the right plays fast and loose with kind of like Tucker mentioned in his story, where you say, well, this guy's been arrested for, this guy's falsely arrested or accused for this crime, or whatever, which is true, but then you don't know that he's been arrested 6 times for the same thing. It's just like, it's what I call the difference between truth and honesty. So, for example, I used to tell this story, like it's a fictional story, like John Brown premeditated a plan, and set about to do it, and he surprised 5 guys and murdered them all in cold blood. And that is all 100% true. But what you don't know is this is during World War II. It was a platoon pinned down by a German group of soldiers. John Brown was the guy who had a plan, and he, was able to sneak around and flank them and killed them all. So he's a war hero, not a murderer in the legal sense, right? So that's another example of this exact sort of thing, and the media does it all the time. And it's very cool. It's not a great insight, really. It's simply that Tucker Carlson is willing to expose, say, here's what we all do in this profession. This is the name of the game in this profession. It is absolutely their stock and trade. Every single day, almost every story, CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News. Fox News just tends to do it the opposite way, right? They leave out facts so that the people on the right, conservatives and Republicans and churchgoers and religious folks and so on, have their biases confirmed as well. In other words, yeah, maybe it's bad, but maybe it's not as bad as you think, right? Sometimes it is a lot of the times, though, right? On balance, I prefer cultural conservatism, not political conservatism, cultural conservatism, culture and values conservatism. That's what I like, right? I don't care what party you are or any of that nonsense. Anyway, so good for Tucker in this, and I'm sure he had lots of offers. Who would bet that CNN or MSNBC didn't somehow get some sort of word to him that they were willing to talk, because that would have been just a great coup for them, right? Yeah, they eventually you're going to deal with the contractual thing, right, in terms of the non-compete and all that stuff. And plus it's all kind of bullshit anyway, and you can contractually get a person to forego their First Amendment right to talk political speech, right? Even if they don't say anything about Fox News or say anything derogatory or explicitly try to. I mean, he's just going on Twitter as Joe Blow, saying, "Hey, I'm on Twitter. Here's what I think about stuff." I don't think it certainly doesn't pass the sniff test, reasonable test for me now. The legalities, who knows? It's all high-end litigation, sport of kings type stuff. So we'll see. But and bless their hearts, the guy. I saw the Megyn Kelly interview of the guy, I forget his name, the guy, Valuetainment. And I mean, great offer, really nice, $100 million over 5 years, equity, seat on the board, creative control, all this stuff. But it's just like there was no place for Tucker. And dude, find a better name than Valuetainment. I mean, like, what? It's like, it blows my mind. It's like, I mean, it's it's like, wow, that has a real ring to it. No. Anything else? Well, anyway, I'm pretty psyched about this, and we'll see what happens. And it's just like, Fox, it was such a pain in the. Number one, you couldn't ever watch a show live unless you're like cable. I live in Thailand. There are, if I'm in a hotel, yeah, I can get Fox News live, but you have to go out of your way and pay for channels with your provider. I don't even have a TV provider. I just have a great internet connection, so I watch stuff primarily clips on YouTube. But now be able to see his full show, and it's global in reach. That's probably going to affect how he deals with things, because now he's going to have a global audience. He can touch on all the rancid bullshit going on in countries all over the world. See what his stats are and knows what to hit, in terms of those things. There's all kinds of possibilities, where they can have, translated transcripts and all this kind of stuff for his show. Real, very, very open-ended, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Okay, droning on too long. You get the point, right? And I'm glad he didn't do a Newsmax deal or a One America News deal. Awful. So really good the way he's gone. Yeah, I think it's the best. I think it's better than trying to start his own network too. Yep, yep. 5 stars, 2 thumbs up. Okay.